But right now, the finance minister is speaking. Like they say, death and taxes, these are two certainties in life. Today is income tax day. The finance minister is speaking. Let's cut in.
Take the credit for it or offset it through that year, in which year he has not even paid the MSME. So that change has brought in a great change in the mindset of the MSMEs who normally think they're always receiving or they're at the rough end of the deal always. So that one change, I'm very clear in my mind, brought in a sea change in the way in which companies are now treating the dues to the MSMEs. And these were not information taken from privy areas. They declare it every September. It is put in the MCA website. And from there we know they owe the money. And after which, if they claim credit in that same year, it shall no longer be recognized or approved. Similar, again, Finance Act of 2023. Relief has been provided to startups. Today, India, the third largest startup ecosystem in the world, actually revels in the success of the startups. The unicorns, the soonicorns are all now common parlance because of the way in which our young are showing their talents. And for them, what is it that we can do from the income tax? Again, setting off and carrying forward of losses, whereby eligible startups will be able to set off and carry forward their loss incurred during the first 10 years of incorporation. I think this, the previous time limit, I think, was 7 years. We have now made it into 10 years. And as a result, eligibility period for tax deductions for startups incorporated before 1st April 2024 has been increased by 1 year. So these are changes which are making material difference to the entrepreneurs who are in the ground, who actually generate a lot of activity, jobs, and turnover, as a result of which, when they eventually come to pay the tax, it makes a difference to them. So, not rate hike, but efficiency hike. Not rate hike, but making sure that we handhold those who need that help, that fiscal support, where it is important. Similarly, as a part of the socio-economic welfare measure, the threshold limit for TDS has been raised from 1 crore to 3 crore for recipients who are cooperative societies. We know, all of us do recognize, that it was Prime Minister Modi who created a new department for cooperatives. Honorable Home Minister heads that ministry. And for cooperatives in this country, as much as startups, that kind of support is what was missing all these years. And now we have provided that kind of a support. You see the cooperative movement moving leaps and bounds in terms of progress. I did mention that we've never changed the rate adversely, because the whole approach is not adversarial. We are treating tax assessees as part of the wealth creators who provide, they may be salaried, but they provide the country the money which is so required for serving the people. For them, most of them belonging, at least the salaried, belonging to the middle class. It was very clearly in the new regime, we brought in a hike in tax-exempt salaries. It was 2.5, it was 5 lakh, it went up to 7 lakhs. And in fact, somewhere else when I was speaking on the 7 lakhs, I said, please do remember that the new regime, the second one, did not have a standard deduction. We brought it in this time. 50,000 standard deduction is also allowed now. And moreover, we didn't stop at 7 lakh. I've said this in so many words even earlier. We worked to see if that 1 additional rupee or 10 additional rupee after 7 lakh is going to be taken away in tax, and worked to such an extent that now 7 lakh, Sanjay, please correct me, 7 lakh.
A higher mop-up as far as taxes are concerned, and a more efficient system as well, is what the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is talking about at that event, which is of course celebrating Income Tax Day. And of course, that is the 24th of July.